Absolutely. Another offense that's got a new offensive coordinator, the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to talk about the offensive coordinator in a minute, Tom. But this skill group, is this the best skill group that the Ravens have ever had in their history?
I think it is, and you go back to when the Ravens first came about. Like you're talking about, they're not one of these teams who've been around for 100 years. They've only been around for just over a couple of decades. You go back to when Lamar Jackson was unanimous MVP in 2019. After Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown, the target leaders were Willie Snead, Nick Boyle, Hayden Hurst, Seth Roberts. You fast forward a year after that, and once you remove Mark Andrews and Marquise Brown, it was Willie Snead and Devin Duvernay. 2021, they brought in Rashad Bateman. That was the year where it was like, it really could have been something special if it wasn't for Bateman getting injured during training camp, and then Lamar getting injured later on. We never really got to see what this vision of the Ravens passing game could be if they had two good wide receivers as well as Mark Andrews. So, and then after that, Marquise Brown left because he was dissatisfied with the way that Greg Roman ran his game, which is completely fair. But now this feels like the first opportunity to see, okay, Lamar says he wants to pass more. Lamar says that he wants to be that sort of passing quarterback and really have control of the line of scrimmage. Well, Todd Monken's given it to him. And with Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, if they're all healthy and they can all stay healthy, I really believe this could be a truly special season for them.
Yeah, I'm so excited, not just about the collection of players, but the way they all fit together is absolutely perfect. You know, you could almost say it's prototypical. You've got your big bodied X outside in Rashad Bateman. You've got your Z in Odell Beckham. You've got Zay Flowers, who's going to be a movable slot guy. You've even got Nelson Aguilar, who you can throw in. And yes, he's got plenty of warts, but as a deep threat that can take the top off a defense, he's going to be great. You've then got Mark Andrews, who's going to be your target hog. You've got that nice 1-2 punch in the backfield. The weapons are there for this offense to take a step forward. And then that brings us to the offensive coordinator, Tom Monken. He's just come off being an inventive, fast-paced play caller with the national title in Georgia. Do you think that he's going to bring that to the NFL and get back to, the Ravens being a slightly more prototypical offense rather than the run heavy Lamar centric offense that we've seen in the last few years with Greg Roman?
Absolutely, and I think when you look at Todd Monken's career, whether it's in the NFL with the Browns, with the Bucks, or whether you're talking about his college career, what he does well is he makes use of the weapons available to him incredibly well. He's talking about how he wants to get more involvement from running backs in the screen game. That's something the Ravens have never managed to do. I think that's going to unlock J.K. Dobbins' ceiling to a level that we've not seen before. And yes, running quarterbacks do not check down at a high rate. And I wouldn't expect Lamar to suddenly target J.K. Dobbins 80 times in a season. But if we can get 50 targets for J.K. Dobbins in a season, then that's really going to help because we know he can be efficient on the ground. We're going to see, Zay Flowers on screen games. We're going to see two tight end looks where you've got Isaiah Likely be the featured option. We're going to see Odell Beckham in the red zone be the kind of wide receiver that Lamar's not had since Marquise Brown was there. And when Marquise Brown was there, he really did lean on him in the red zone. It's something that was underappreciated about him. So, yeah, I think Todd Monken's absolutely going to unlock it. When John Harbaugh hired him, he talked immediately after about how it was important to hear about offensive coordinators who wanted to play fast, who wanted to do no huddle. Greg Roman was famed for letting the clock wind down. Even when the Ravens were losing, they'd get to the line of scrimmage and it'd take forever to get the plays called. Last year, the Ravens were third in the most delay of games. So this is going to be a really different team. They are going to run the ball, and there's definitely going to be times where they run the ball and lean on that in games. But there's also going to be games where they just absolutely light it up in the passing game.